Let's look at CAT 2021, slot 1 QA section. 1 minute. We will go through every question fairly slowly, so please bear with me. Okay. If the area of a regular hexagon is equal to the area of an equilateral triangle of side 12, then the length in centimeter of each hexagon is. Area of a regular hexagon is given by whatever the side length is. Because a regular hexagon is composed of 6 equilateral triangles, let's say the side length is A, the area is given by root 3 by 4 into 6 into A square, 6 of them, root 3 by 4 A square. This is equal to, according to the question, root 3 by 4 into 144 or 12 square. So root 3 by 4 goes out to the window straight away. A square is equal to 24 or A is equal to 2 root 6 or option B. Yo. Next. Fx is equal to x square plus 2x minus 15 by x square minus 7x minus 19 is negative if and only if. Look at both these expressions and factorize them. The one at the top will factorize to x plus 5, x minus 3. And the one at the bottom will factorize to x minus 9, x plus 2. The indication, the clues are available from the product being negative. So one number is positive, one number is negative. And then the difference between the two numbers is 2. The difference between the two numbers is minus 7. We get this. Now on number line, just mark out these points. We have 9, we have 3, we have minus 2, and we have minus 5. Now if x was greater than 9, every bracket here would be equal to, would be positive. So the result that you get here will be positive. Between 9 and 3, this bracket will be positive, this bracket will be positive, this bracket will be positive, but this bracket here will be negative, which means this fraction here will be negative. Between 3 and minus 2, x plus 5 is positive, x plus 2 is positive, but x minus 3 will also be negative. So you have a negative number in the numerator, a negative number in the denominator, or overall you have a positive number. When we move leftwards between minus 2 and minus 5. Now even this will turn negative, negative into negative, positive, negative numerator, positive denominator. We get negative. And here, because everything is less than minus 5, it will turn positive. So our acceptable range will only be this much. Minus 5 to minus 2 and 3 to 9. Can you also see this function is undefined at 9 and minus 2? This function is undefined at 9 and minus 2 because there the denominator will turn 0. If the numerator turns 0, not a problem. But at minus 2 and minus 9, this function is undefined altogether. Yeah. Okay. Next one. Amal purchases some pens at rupees 8 each. To sell these, he hires an employee at a fixed wage. He sells 100 of these pens at rupees 12 each. If the remaining pens are sold at rupees 11 each, then he makes a net profit of rupees 300. While he makes a net loss of rupees 300 if the remaining pens are sold at rupees 9 each. The wage of employee in INR is. Okay, two parts of this. First is, of course, the cost. But for cost, we also need to have a variable for pence. If there are X pence in total, his total cost will be X plus the wage that he pays plus the wage that he pays to his worker. And his sales will be first 100 pence, he sells them at 1200. And in one case, he sells the rest of the pence, x minus 100 at the rate of 11. In the second case, first 100 pence, he still sells at 12. The rest of the pence, he sells at 9 rupees per pen. In this case, he's getting a profit of 300. In this case, he's getting a profit of minus 300, negative 300. So we have our expressions. Let's work it out. 1200 plus 11x minus 1100 minus 300 is equal to 8x plus w. In the other case, we have 1200 plus 9x minus 900 plus 300 is equal to 8x plus w. This is the revenue, this is the profit, this is the cost, this is the revenue, this is the loss, this is the cost. 8x plus w is common in both these cases. So we simply have to equate the LHS. 1200 gone, 11x, or basically let me do this. First equation minus second equation. I get 2x minus 200 minus 600 is equal to 0, or 2x is equal to 800, or x is equal to 400. If x is equal to 400, replace it in any of the equations, we will get our value of w. We have 1200 minus 1100. So 11x, 4500 minus 300 is equal to 8 into 400, or 3200 plus w, or w will be equal to 1000. Okay. Yo. Okay. You could have also potentially done this slightly more comfortably if we were focusing, as in you could have framed your equation and storyline slightly more differently. Instead of looking at sales, you could have come up with expressions for profit. Instead of looking at sales, you could have looked at your expression for profit. For the first 100 pence, you get a profit of 400. And then for the remaining pence, you get a profit of 200. Sorry, 2, you get a profit of 2. क्योंकि, sorry, not 2, you get a profit of 3. 8 रुपए का सामान था, 12 पे बेचा तो 4 रुपए प्रॉफिट मिला, 11 रुपए में जब बेचा तो 3 रुपए मिला. This is equal to 300. And in the other case, we are getting, once you get your x here, uske baad you can go back to sales and everything. The other cases, what Kaustav is talking of in chat, that would have enabled you to solve it thoda jaldi. The very fact, can you see the revenue generated is falling off by how much? 2 rupees per pen. And the drop off in profit is of 600, which means 300 pence ki baat thi yahan pe. Directly you can reach that level of inferencing as well, because revenue per pen is dropping off by 2 rupees and the profit has fallen off by 600. We can say 300 pence were being sold at 11 rupees, or 300 pence were being sold at 9 rupees. Then you can reach your answer for W. All these ways exist. The first one was the most technical, slow, painful way. The remaining ways are also sensible. Yo. Okay. 2 trains cross each other in 14 seconds when running in opposite direction along parallel tracks. The faster train is 160 meters long and crosses a lamp post in 12 seconds. If the speed of the other train is 6 kilometer per hour less than the faster one, its length in meter is. Acha. Speed of the faster train is equal to 160 by 12. So speed of the slower train should be equal to 160 by 12 minus, you have to pay attention to units, meters and seconds, and this is 6 kilometer per hour, minus 6 into 5 by 18. This gives us 480 minus 60 by 18 or 420 by 18 और ठीक है 18 तो यहाँ पे 3 किया, यहाँ पे 2 किया, सॉरी यहाँ पे 3 करना था तो 60 नहीं 90 हो जाएगा, ऐसा कुछ तो गड़बड़ कर रहे, रुको इसको हटाया जाए, इसको 18 12 36 36 तो ये 3 480 ये 2 टाइम्स ही तो 60 by 36, डिनोमिनेटर शुड बी 36, ये कहानी है, तो 420 by 36, we are getting 420 by 36 as speed of the slower train. When they are running in opposite direction, the relative speed would be a summation of these two. So we get 480 plus 420 by 36, which is equal to 900 by 36, which is equal to 25 meter per second. So the relative speed is 25 meter per second, and they take 14 seconds to cross each other. So the cumulative distance they cover is 14 into 25 or 350 meters. Out of these 350 meters, 160 meter was for the faster train. So for the slower train, we will have 190 meters or option C. Yo. Okay. If R is a constant such that x square minus 4x minus 13 का mod is equal to R has exactly 3 distinct real roots, then the value of R is. अच्छा, इसमें ये समझिएगा, ये वाला जो portion है, usually a quadratic, because coefficient of x square is positive, will be an upward shaping U. Now, there are 3 cases that you can have. इसमें अगर मॉड लगाएंगे there is no change in the quadratic. इसमें अगर मॉड लगाएंगे there is no change in the quadratic. इसमें अगर मॉड लगाएंगे then the portion that is below the x-axis will go above the x-axis. Once it goes above the x-axis, यहाँ पे देखिएगा equal to R में there can only be 2 solutions. यहाँ पे at x equal to 0, or sorry, at y equal to 0 you get 1 solution. At every other point you get 2 solutions. It is only in the last case where you are getting a mirror image of sorts, Here you will have 4 solutions. Here you will have 2 solutions. For you to get 3 solutions, it has to be this, just touching the topmost point. Just touching the topmost point. If it is just touching the topmost point, this topmost point was a reflection of the lowermost point. Basically, they are asking me what is the absolute value of the minima of this function. So if I want the absolute value of the minima of this function, there are 2 ways again. One is, let's put x equal to minus b by 2a, which in this case would be 4 by 2, or x is equal to 2. Once I place that here, how much do I get? 4 minus 8 minus 13, or I get minus 17 because all of it is under mod. This should be equal to 17 or option D. The other way you can think of this is completing the square. x square minus 4x plus 4 minus 17. Given that this is x minus 2 का whole square plus 17, sorry, minus 17, you can see this portion is definitely going to give you a positive result only. So only this part is the one that matters for us. That way you can reach 17. Either way, both of them would be acceptable. Yo, अच्छा, when you're solving it in the exam, ये सब डायग्राम बनाने की हालत नहीं आनी चाहिए, डायरेक्टली इस डायग्राम पे जाना है. ये समझाने के लिए तीनों डायग्राम का वेरिएशन बताया, नॉट बिकॉज सॉल्व करने के लिए तीनों डायग्राम का वेरिएशन सोचना पड़ेगा. यो, okay. A basket of 2 apples, 4 oranges, and 6 mangoes cost the same as 3. आया तो फर्स्ट टू कंसिडर ही क्यों करेंगे? क्या बोल रहे हो प्रशांत? प्लीज अनम्यूट एंड स्पीक. क्योंकि क्वेश्चन में लिखा है 3 डिस्टिंक्ट रियल रूट्स.
सर मैं ये बोल रहा था कि अगर 3 डिस्टिंक्ट रियल रूट्स आए तो फिर हम फर्स्ट 2 केसेस कंसीडर ही क्यों करेंगे, हम सीधे ही थर्ड पे जाएंगे.
प्रशांत, वो हमने प्रिसाइसली यही बोला था, एग्जाम में सॉल्व करते वक्त फर्स्ट 2 केसेस के बारे में सोचना नहीं है, वो बस समझाने के लिए अभी एक्स्ट्रा बताया है. एग्जाम में डायरेक्टली थर्ड शेप का ही सोचना है. A basket of 2 apples, 4 oranges, and 6 mangoes costs the same as a basket of 1 apple, 4 oranges, and 8 mangoes, or a basket of 8 oranges and 7 mangoes. Then the number of mangoes in a basket of mangoes that has the same cost as the other baskets is. अच्छा, इसका क्या कौस्तभ क्या बोल रहे हैं? डी की वैल्यू से समझेगा ना, थर्ड शेप है.
सर मतलब क्वेश्चन के डी के वैल्यू से समझेगा ना, ग्राफ पहले कट कर रहा है भी या नहीं.
नहीं, क्वेश्चन में जब बोल दिया एग्जैक्टली 3 डिस्टिंक्ट रूट्स, तब क्या फर्स्ट 2 शेप्स का पॉसिबिलिटी भी है?
नहीं नहीं.
तो फिर वो डी तक जा, वो डी का चेक तुम्हें करना कर लो, बट देन दैट इज अननेसेसरी एक्स्ट्रा वर्क.
हाँ अंडरस्टूड.
ओके, थर्ड टाइम लकी. अ बास्केट ऑफ 2 एप्पल्स, 4 ऑरेंजेस एंड 6 मैंगोस, ब्ला ब्ला ब्ला, जो भी है, पढ़ चुके हैं सवाल. अभी ये फन बता रहे इसमें. आई डोंट नो इफ यू हैव एक्सपीरियंस दिस सो फार. मेरे को ना ऑरेंजेस वाला जो काम रहता है, इसमें हमेशा दिक्कत रहती है, क्योंकि फॉर ओ यूजुअली मेरे को पढ़ने में रीडिंग गलती हो जाती है, ओ एंड जीरो में एरर हो जाता है. इसीलिए जब भी ऑरेंजेस टाइप का सवाल रहता है, तब हम ऊपर से अलग से लिख देते हैं एक्स वाई जी, सो दैट मेरे कंफ्यूजन का स्कोप ना रहे. दिस इज अ वेरी वेरी माइन्यूट थिंग, बट बहुत यूजफुल रहता है एग्जाम में काम करते हुए. सो आई हैव 2x plus 4y plus 6z is equal to x plus 4y plus 8z, which is equal to 8y plus 7z. 3 expressions equal to each other. First 2 को देखते हैं. 4y is identical, so x is equal to 2z आ गया. If x is equal to 2z आ गया, तब इन दोनों को कंसिडर कर रहे हैं. Can you see? Now we have how much? 2z plus 8z. So 4y plus 10z is equal to 8y plus 7z, or 4y is equal to 3z. If 4y is equal to 3z, can I say 8y is equal to 6z? And now the total basket, if 8y is 6z, can I say the total basket is equivalent to 13z? So answer to the question should be option A. Yo. Hopefully you are also able to see, अभी तक कोई खतरनाक टॉपिक का सवाल नहीं दिया कैट ने. सारे क्वेश्चन काफी मैनेजेबल रेंज के हैं. ओके, द अमाउंट नीता एंड गीता together earn in a day equals what Sita alone earns in 6 days. अच्छा एक जनता ये बताना, इसको स्लो तरीके से करें कि अक्लमंद तरीके से करें? ठीक है, गिवन दैट प्रशांत हैज आस्क्ड फॉर इट, सिर्फ अक्लमंद तरीके से ही करेंगे। नीता, गीता एंड सीता ये बोल रहे हैं, इफ नीता एंड गीता earn however much Sita earns in 6 days, can I say if all three of them were working, Sita would have earned 1/7 of total? If Nita and Geeta की earning is 6 times that of Sita, इन तीनों का मिला के Sita would have earned 1/7 of total. अच्छा, the amount Sita and Nita together earn in a day equals what Geeta alone earns in 2 days. So, if Nita and Sita is equal to 2 Geeta, if Nita and Sita is equal to 2 Geeta, इनकी earning, can I say Nita plus Geeta plus Sita is equal to, oh, sorry, equal to क्या? Geeta earns 1/3 of the total. ऐसे ये देखना, नीता गीता 6 टाइम्स कमा लेते हैं सीता का। बेसिकली देयर एफिशिएंसी और देयर अर्निंग का रिलेशनशिप इज, नीता और गीता जितना कमाते हैं कम क्यूमुलेटिवली, दैट इज 6 टाइम्स ऑफ व्हाट सीता अर्न्स। सो इन वन डे जब तीनों काम कर रहे हैं, आई कैन रिप्लेस नीता एंड गीता विथ 6 गीता, सॉरी 6 सीता, एंड सीता इटसेल्फ इज सीता। सो टोटल अर्निंग इज 7 सीता. In one day, total earning is 7 Sita. Sita has earned 1/7 of total that they earn. तीनों मिलके जितना कमाते हैं, Sita earns 1/7 of that. In the same way, n plus s, if that is equal to 2g, Nita and Sita, if they are equal to 2g, can I say altogether they earn 3g? And Geeta earns 1/3 of what they earn in total. सब हम बता रहे हैं, let them together earn 21 rupees. 7 और 3 का एलसीएम ले लिया, 21 रुपीज. सीता वुड अर्न 3 रुपीज, गीता वुड अर्न 7 रुपीज, therefore Nita would earn 11 rupees. Finally, the question is asking me the ratio of the daily earnings of the one who earns the most to that of the one who earns the least is 11:3. Option A. Yo, if you pay attention, this question can be done mentally वाला हालत है, इतना लिखित का काम चलता नहीं. इट इज एज गुड एज, आई डोंट नो इफ यू हैव सीन दिस क्वेश्चन. चार दोस्त गए, 4 friends A B C D went to a meal to a restaurant, and then D paid half of what others paid. And C paid 1/3 of what others paid. And B paid 1/4 of what others paid. So what fraction of payment was made by A? मान लो ये सवाल है. 4 friends ABCD went to a restaurant, and D paid half of what others paid, C paid 1/3 of what others paid, and B paid 1/4 of what others paid. इसका भी प्रोसेसिंग अगर याद हो, ABCD. If D paid half of what others paid, can I say the other people paid 2D? इसने अपना पेमेंट डी करा, the other people paid 2D. Total payment made was 3D, or D paid 1/3 of total. Similarly, if I look at A, B, D, and C, if C paid 1/3 of these people are 3C, total payment is 3C, or C paid 1/4 of total. इससे कुछ पैटर्निस्टिक भी अगर देख सको, can you directly tell me how much did B pay of the total? Has to be 1/5. Has to be 1/5. The other people are paying 4B and B is paying 4C. हाँ 4C होगा, 4C होगा तभी 1/4 आया. B is paying 1/5. अगर ये बात तुरंत पकड़ा गई तो अब देखो 3, 4, 5 एलसीएम ले लो 60 रुपए. D is paying 1/3, तो इसने 20 रुपया दिया होगा. सी इज पेइंग 1/4, तो इसने 15 रुपया दिया होगा। बी इज पेइंग 12, तो इसने 12 रुपया दिया होगा। तो ए का पेमेंट 13 रुपया भी तुरंत निकल आता है। ये वाला क्वेश्चन वेरिएशन देखा है कि नहीं अभी तक एग्जाम में? इफ यू हैव सीन दिस क्वेश्चन वेरिएशन, इसी का डिस्टॉर्टेड वर्जन है ये, इसी का प्रिसाइज डिस्टॉर्टेड वर्जन है। इसको भी इक्वेशन विक्वेशन से बनाने में ज्यादा मेहनत है, इसको भी इक्वेशन विक्वेशन बनाने में ज्यादा मेहनत है। अगर डायरेक्टली देख सको तो 1/7, 1/3, if you can represent it in fraction terms, everything else that follows is easier to manage. Let's move. Yo. Okay. Identical chocolate pieces are sold in boxes of two sizes, small and large. The large box is sold for twice the price of the small box. If selling price per gram of chocolate in the large box is 12% less than that in the small box, then the percentage by which the weight of the chocolate in the large box exceeds that in the small box is nearest to. चलो देखिए, selling price, small box, large box. Selling price. If the price here is X, the price here is 2X. The large box is sold for twice the price of the small box. अच्छा, इसका weight, if I take as A, I take as B, so SP per gram would be equal to X by A, and SP per gram would be equal to 2X by B. Now we are told the selling price per gram of chocolate in large box is 12% less. 12% less than of X by A. So equation wise, we get X by A into 12% less would mean 88 by 100 is equal to 2X by B. So X or X cancelled. Cancel comes to 22, comes to 25. Cancel 11. So B by A turns out to be 25 by 11. ये है 25, ये है 11. This is also uniquely identified. Finally, then the percentage by which the weight of chocolate in the large box exceeds that in the small box. So what they're asking for is 25 minus 11 by 11 into 100. Or what they're asking for is 1400 by 11. इतना तो मेरे को आता नहीं है, तो 1320 plus 77 plus 3 whole thing by 11. इससे मेरे पास 120 आ गया, इससे मेरे पास 7 आ गया, इससे मेरे पास समथिंग समथिंग इन डेसिमल आ गया. So my answer has to be 127. Yo. Okay. This question. The strength of an indigo solution in percentage is equal to the amount of indigo in grams per 100 cc of water. Two 800 cc bottles are filled with indigo solutions of strength 33% and 17% respectively. A part of the solution from the first bottle is thrown away and replaced by an equal volume of the solution from the second bottle. If the strength of the indigo solution in the first bottle has now changed to 21%, then the volume in cc of the solution left in the second bottle is. This question is a perfect example of where it is very, very simple, yet people will unnecessarily make it difficult by reading into the question more than what is stated. किसी ने ये talent दिखाया, strength of an indigo solution in percentage is equal to the amount of indigo in grams per 100 cc of water. तो अब 100 प्लस कितना इंडिगो आया उसके हिसाब से मेरे को काम करना है. So when we say 33%, what I mean is 100 cc of water plus 33 grams of indigo. किसी के दिमाग में ये आइडिया आया था क्या? किसी के दिमाग में ये आइडिया आया था? मेरे को अलग अलग देखना पड़ेगा इसको. कॉस तो तुम्हारे दिमाग में भी नहीं आया था, आई एम सरप्राइज्ड। अच्छा अब आ रहा है किसी के दिमाग में आइडिया, अलग अलग देखना पड़ेगा। नहीं, बहुत अच्छी बात है, आना भी नहीं चाहिए, काफी यूजलेस पॉइंट है ये। दो चीजों से हिंट मिलती है। एक, यार यूनिट्स ही अलग दे रखे हैं, ये ग्राम्स में ये सीसी में है, और अपने को वेट टू वॉल्यूम कन्वर्जन पता नहीं, तो वो नाटक नहीं कर सकते। In addition to that, given that everywhere the rate of measurement, the way of measurement is identical, overall कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ना। Given that the rate of measurement is identical everywhere, हर जगह इसी तरीके से डिफाइंड है, then it doesn't really make a difference। अच्छा, अब अपने को बस काम क्या देखना है। Two 800 cc bottles are filled with indigo solution of strength 33 and 17. A part of the solution from the first bottle is thrown away and replaced by an equal volume of solution from the second bottle. तो you're mixing 33% वाला bottle 1 with 17% bottle 2, and you're reaching 21%। इनमें से किसी का वॉल्यूम पता है? इनमें से टोटल किसी का वॉल्यूम पता है? सिर्फ इसका पता है, ये 800 cc है। सिर्फ 21% वाले का पता है 800 cc है। वट एवर अमाउंट ऑफ वॉल्यूम वॉज थ्रोन आउट ऑफ कंटेनर 1 फ्रॉम बॉटल 1, द सेम अमाउंट वॉज रिप्लेनिश्ड फ्रॉम बॉटल 2। तो घूम फिर के 800 cc होना है। अच्छा, अब फन देखते हैं। दिस इज 4%, दिस इज 12%, और द रेशियो इज 3:1। So this should have 3 units, and this should have 1 unit. And we know these 3 units and one unit and 3 units effectively means 4 units in our mixture. So 3 units would correspond to 600 cc. 1 unit would correspond to 200 cc. Finally, what they're asking me is solution left in the second bottle. This 600 cc is the solution that has moved from bottle 2 to bottle 1. 600 cc is the solution that has moved from bottle 2 to bottle 1. तो bottle 1 में बच कितना गया? It is going to be 800 minus 600, या 200 cc is left behind. Answer to the question should be 200. Yo. Let's go. A circle of diameter 8 inches is inscribed in a circle in a triangle ABC, where angle P is 90 degree. If BC is equal to 10 inches, then the area of the triangle in square inches is. Sure. ऐसा कुछ सर्कल है. If we are told the diameter is 8 inches, we are told the radius is 4. The radius is 4. This is B. This is C. If this is 4, this is 6. Tangent from an external point is 6. Is 6. This is also 4. Tangent from an external point. This is y. This is y. Now we can solve it using an equation. Y plus 4 whole square plus 10 square is equal to y plus 6 whole square. We get y square plus 16 plus 8y plus 100 is equal to y square plus 12y plus 36. Y square and y square cancelled. 116 में से 36 या तो 80. 4y is equal to 80 or y is equal to 20. So if this is 20 and this is 20, this entire side is equal to 24. The base was already told to us as 10. And now we are asked area of the triangle. So half into 10 into 24 is equal to 120. Technical way of doing this, of course. Otherwise, if we are familiar with right angle triangles, if we are familiar with Pythagorean triplets, आपने को बता रखा 90 डिग्री है और 10 दे रखा है. Please tell me a Pythagorean triplet with 10 as not as the hypotenuse. The first one I'm guessing that would come to your mind is of course this one. 5, 12, 13 वाले का multiple 24, 10, 26. You don't say यही वाला केस होगा. You don't say यही वाला केस होगा. You have to do one more check. इसका in radius निकालना पड़ेगा. In radius is 24 plus 10 minus 26 by 2. So 34 minus 26 in radius is indeed turning out to be 4. जैसा कि इसने कहा था, all the conditions in the questions are met. Therefore, the answer now would be सीधा 120. इतना सारा इक्वेशन वगैरह बनाने की जरूरत नहीं है. If you are familiar with Pythagorean triplets, your work would be easier. Yo. Okay. How many three-digit numbers are greater than 100 and increased by 198 when the three digits are arranged in the reverse order? Okay. Let our basic three-digit number be 100A plus 10B plus C. When we reverse the digits, it will turn to 100C plus 10B plus A. So I'm subtracting the first expression from the second one. You will get 99C minus A. This is the difference between these two numbers. And we are told this is equal to 198. This is equal to 198. C minus A is equal to 2. If C minus A is equal to 2, the cases that we would have is 1 blank 3, 2 blank 4, 3 blank 5, 4 blank 6, 5 blank 7, 6 blank 8, and 7 blank 9. We cannot go beyond this because the unit digit will no longer be a single digit number. But the fun thing is, in the middle spots here, any of the 10 digits can come. Any of the 10 digits can come. There is no limitation for what B should be. So for each of these 7 cases, we get 10 such numbers, 0 to 9. The middle numbers can be 0 to 9. So altogether, we get 70 numbers. Yo. Acha. My expectation is, अब तक हम लोगों ने इतना नंबर थ्योरी और इतना पढ़ाई कर लिया होगा कि ऐसे करके इस रिजल्ट पे नहीं पहुंच रहा होगा. सीधा 3 डिजिट नंबर है, उसके रिवर्स का डिफरेंस इज डायरेक्टली 99 टाइम्स सी माइनस ए. ये रिजल्ट अपने को डायरेक्ट पता होना चाहिए. दिस इज एज गुड एज नोइंग पाइथागोरियन ट्रिपलेट्स. ये सीधा पता होना चाहिए. इतना करके वहां नहीं पहुंचेंगे. ओके. नेक्स्ट. The number of groups of 3 or more distinct numbers that can be chosen from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, so that the groups always include 3 and 5, while 7 and 8 are never included together is. बहुत बढ़िया. I need to select 3 or more distinct numbers. 3 and 5 have to be there. So whatever group I make, 3 and 5 have to be there. And 7 and 8 are never included together. Do you remember this is along the lines of team select करनी है क्रिकेट की और 2 लड़के बोल रहे हैं कि हम लोग साथ में नहीं खेलेंगे. So there are 3 cases that you do. पहला केस जब लड़के 1 को लिया, दूसरा केस जब लड़के 2 को लिया, तीसरा केस जब दोनों को नहीं लिया. That is what we have to do here precisely as well. So in the first case, I take 7. Now, possibilities are 1 comes or 1 doesn't come. 2 comes or 2 doesn't come. 3 की बात ही नहीं रही. 4 comes or 4 doesn't come. 6 comes or 6 doesn't come. ऐसे ही ग्रुप्स बन सकते ना. Given that we needed 3 or more distinct numbers, here in how many ways can the remaining 4 numbers come? 1 can be treated in 2 ways, 2 can be treated in 2 ways, 4 can be treated in 2 ways, 6 can be treated in 2 ways, or we get 16 cases from here. We get 16 cases from here. Yo. Acha. Next case would be 3, 5, 8, 1 or 1 not included, 2 or 2 not included, 4 or 4 not included, and 6 or 6 not included. Again, hopefully you can also see you did not really need to write down this case. This is identical to the previous one. You will also get 16 cases here. Yo. This is when 8 is excluded. This is when 7 is excluded. The last case is both 7 and 8 excluded. In that case, what we would have is 3 and 5, 1, yeah, no 1, 2, yeah, no 2, 4, yeah, no 4, and 6, yeah, no 6. So we get another 16 cases here. But within these 16 cases, see, one violation would happen. We need a group of 3 or more. Within these 16 cases, there also exists a case जिसमें 1 भी नहीं आया, 2 भी नहीं आया, 4 भी नहीं आया, 6 भी नहीं आया, 1, 2, 4, 6, all of them have been excluded. In which case, our group will continue to remain a 2-element group. But the question told me it has to necessarily be a 3-element group, at least a 3-element group, which would mean one of these 16 cases is unacceptable, where none of the numbers come, but everything else is acceptable. So 16 cases from here, 16 cases from here, 15 cases from here, altogether we get 47 cases. Yo. Okay. Next question. Onion is sold for 5 consecutive months at the rate of 10, 20, 25, 25, 50 per kg respectively. A family spends a fixed amount of money on onion for each of the first 3 months and then spends half that amount on onion for each of the next 2 months. The average expense for onion in rupees per kg for the family over the 5 months is closest to. Okay? The good thing is they haven't really given me a limit on the amount. So what I'm doing is prices I have 10, 20, 25, 25, and 50. I'm saying let the expenditure in the first month be 200. First 3 months, it will be 200, 200, 200. And the last months, let it be 100, 100, which would mean quantity in the first month. These are prices. These are expenditures. So the quantities can be figured out with backward movement as 20, 10, 8, 4, and 2. Add the quantities up, we get 30, 30 plus 8, 38, 38 plus 4, 42, 42 plus 2, 44. Total expenditure turns out to be 800. And total quantity is 800 by 44. Average I get from here, I'll get 200 by 11, which is equivalent to 198 plus 2 by 11. This is 18 whole 2 by 11. The closest to this value will of course be option D. Yo, expenditure numbers could have been assumed here. Movings on. Okay. Question 14. x0 is equal to 1, x1 is equal to 2, and xn plus 2 is equal to 1 plus xn plus 1 by xn, where n is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, so on and so forth. Finally, we need x2021. Given that we need x2021, this should give you an indication that some sort of pattern will emerge. Now, the error that I made when I was solving this question for the first time, that I am hopeful you did not make, was I started off my series or my values with x1, whereas in the question it clearly states x0 is equal to 1. I made the error of writing x1 equal to 1 and x1 equal to 2. This is what the actual question says. I made the error of writing x1 equal to 1, x2 equal to 2, and then I started working with x3 kya hoga, x4 kya hoga, x5 kya hoga. I got the same series, I got the same pattern. It is just that my answer was incorrect. And I'm guessing this x0 wala kaam is there by design. So let's see x2. This would be equal to 1 plus 2 by 1, or this is equal to 3. X3 will be equal to 1 plus 3 by 2, which is equal to 2. X4 would be equal to 1 plus 2 by 3. Basically, what I'm doing is the number that I want to write here comes from here. The number that I want to write here comes from here, 2 back. So I'm धीरे धीरे करके I'm just noting down numbers so that I can identify a pattern. I get 1. X5 is equal to 1 plus 1 by 2 equal to 1 again. X6 is equal to 1 plus 1 by 1, which is equal to 2. X7 is 1 plus 2 by 1, which gives me 3. X8 is 1 plus 3 by 2, which is equal to 2. X9 is 1 plus 2 by 3, which is equal to 1. By now, hopefully, the pattern would be emerging. We are getting 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. It usually goes up and goes down. So there is a cycle of 5 terms. After every 5 terms repeat themselves in the cycle of 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. So when they are asking me 2, 0, 2, 1, I need to see what is the remainder this number leaves with 5. This is a 5n plus 1 kind of number. If it is a 5n plus 1 kind of number, 5n plus 1 kind of numbers, what result do they give us? They give us 2. So answer to this question should be option B. In my previous understanding, I had marked A as the answer because for me, it was 5n. This is a 5n plus 1 kind of number and everything. I made a mistake there. Make sense? Make sense? किसी ने भी वो गलती करी थी जो हम डिस्क्राइब कर रहे हैं? किसी को समझ में आ रहा है हम क्या गलती डिस्क्राइब कर रहे हैं? Instead of starting off at x0, हमने x1 करा था. Anyone who made that mistake, if you made that mistake, say 5 का ग्रुप्स तो था ही, उसका तो कोई लोड था नहीं. If you made that mistake, say M in chat, ताकि मेरे को अकेले बुरा ना लगे कि हम ही गलती कर रहे हैं. बस ठीक है. ओके, थैंक यू विख्यात. M in exam. Okay, okay. I made that mistake this morning when I was copying and making this file. Okay. This question. This is also a question that is fun because usually what happens in such questions is you have numbers or you division वगैरह जो भी होता है, that happens very smoothly, as in factors, factors, natural number में ही काम चल जाता है. Unfortunately, in this case, the numbers were not natural. Let's see, let's solve and then we will understand. Suppose hospital A admitted 21 less COVID infected patients than hospital B. Okay, so A and B patients. पता नहीं क्या spelling है, but okay. A admitted 21 less. So if this was X, this would be X plus 21 and all eventually recovered. Positive outcome. The sum of recovery days for patients in hospital A and B were 200 and 152. So days here is 200 and days here is 152. If the average recovery days for patients admitted in hospital A was 3 more than the average in hospital B, then the number admitted in hospital was, okay, the average recovery days here is equal to 200 by X. The average recovery days here is 152 by X plus 21. Now, in my head, or at least in the questions that I'm familiar with and comfortable with, हम ये काम करना चालू करते हैं, 200 के फैक्टर्स लिस्ट कर लेते हैं. 6, 7, 8. This is it. All the factors of 200 are listed and 152 के factors list कर लेते हैं. कितना आ गया? 1 into 152, 2 into 76, 4 into 38, 8 into 90. These are the only factors there. अब मन कर रहा था I have to find a pair जहां पे एक जगह 21 का गैप हो और एक जगह 3 का गैप हो, because usually that works. My first instinct was let's list out the numbers. Equation कौन solve करेगा? Quadratic बनेगा, मेहनत लगेगी, कौन एफर्ट डाले? इतना नंबर्स में खोजते हैं, बट कोई पेयर ही नहीं मिला. फिर समझ में आया कि नहीं भाई, ये तो जुगाड़बाजी से चलेगा नहीं, सॉल्व ही करना पड़ेगा इक्वेशन वाइज. तो ठीक है, सॉल्व करते इक्वेशन वाइज, बट आई एंगेज्ड इन दिस नॉनसेंस एज वेल. देन आई गेट टू 200 by x. A had 3 more, no? Minus 3 is equal to 152 by x plus 21. Let us make a quadratic out of it. So first we get 200x plus 4200 minus 3x square minus 63x is equal to 152x. Okay. So 152x को हटाया, so this turns to 48x. इसको हटाया, so this turns to minus 15x. Minus 3x square minus 15x plus 4200. Take it all to one side. So we get 3x square plus 15x minus 4200 is equal to 0. I can remove the 3 also. X square plus 5x minus 1400 is equal to 0. So x plus 40 and x minus 35 is equal to 0, which means x is equal to minus 40 or x is equal to 35. Given that it is count of patients, it can of course not be a negative number. The answer we reach here is 35. और उसके बाद ये भी अप्रिशिएट किया, क्वेश्चन बनाने वाले ने काफी मेहनत करी है, क्योंकि 200 by 35 is not an integral result. This minus 3 is equal to 152 by 56. मस्त, जिसने भी फ्रेम किया क्वेश्चन, कुडोस टू दैट पर्सन. बढ़िया सवाल. अच्छा, बढ़िया सवाल फॉर पीपल लाइक मी हु लाइक फिटिंग. पीपल हु लाइक सॉल्विंग के लिए मस्त, एकदम बर्बाद. इसे 3 मिनट वाले में डालते ना, हम मेरे लिए 3 मिनट वाले में डालते, लेकिन अदर आई एम श्योर अदर पीपल वुड हैव डन इट फास्टर. मेरे को ज्यादा समय लगता, क्योंकि हम तो जुगाड़ से नंबर फिट करने के प्रयत्न में लग गए थे. बट देन अगेन, पहली बार फिट किया नहीं बैठा, फिर हम भाग गए, फिर जब सब कुछ हो गया उसके बाद वापस आके इस पे नंबर फिट करने की कोशिश कर रहे थे. यू कैन नॉट पॉसिबली स्टार्ट फिटिंग नंबर्स इन द फर्स्ट गो इटसेल्फ. अगर फर्स्ट लेट्स से फिटिंग वाइज वी हैड दिस, नो, जहां पे नंबर फिट कर रहे थे, यहाँ पे फिट किया, सब कुछ बैठ गया, तो आंसर मार दिया, आगे बढ़ गए. यहाँ पे फिट किया, नंबर नहीं बैठ रहा है, तो भागने का मन भी तैयार रहना चाहिए. यू कैन नॉट बी इन अ माइंडसेट, नो आई हैव टू कंपल्सरली फिट अ नंबर. इवन आफ्टर लिस्टिंग इट डाउन, व्हेन यू गो थ्रू इट स्लोली, अच्छा इस लिस्ट में से कुछ मिल रहा है, देर इज अ केस जहां पे फन रहता है. 40 और 19 into 8 and 40 into 5. ऐसा लगता है कि हाँ हो तो गया. यहाँ पे देखो 21 का गैप है, यहाँ पे देखो 3 का गैप है. अनफॉर्चुनेटली हो क्या रहा है, वेर यू हैव ग्रेटर नंबर ऑफ डेज, पेशेंट्स आर लोअर. जबकि यहाँ पे अपने को केस बता रखा था कि एज इन 8 into 19 and 5 into 40 क्या था, जो भी था, इसमें अगर हम इसको 19 रख, सॉरी, अरे 8 into 19, हाँ, ये तो यहीं पे दिक्कत आ रही थी कि डिफरेंस 21 का आ रहा है. जो भी है, दिस वाज अ केस जो चेक करते वक्त आई वाज एक्साइटेड, अरे ये तो फिट बैठ रहा है, बट फिर बाद में देखा ये भी फिट नहीं बैठ रहा है. Regardless, we had to come around to solving it via the equation method, and that is fine. Good question. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it because it did not crack open like a lot of others very easily. Let's move. Okay. Suppose the length of each side of a regular hexagon ABCDEF is 2 centimeter. If T is the midpoint of CD, then the length of AT in centimeters is. So A, B, C, and D. This is T, A, T. I know these sides are 2. This is 1. बस पकड़ने का क्या काम करना था? You had to join A and C. Once you join A and C, hopefully you can see this is 120 degree hexagon है. So this will be equal to ये 30, ये 30, 30 and 30. So this will translate to this being 90. This is 90. अच्छा, इस पे और क्या काम दिखाएं? Let us also join this. AD is equal to 4. BC is equal to 2. AD is equal to 4. DC is equal to 2. Can you see? Because the ratio of the sides is 1:2 here. 1:2 here. यहाँ पे जो एंगल बच रहा होगा, that would have been 30. यहाँ पे जो एंगल बन रहा होगा, that would be 60. Yeah, this here is 2√3. I did not want to use 1√3 वाला गेम, क्योंकि सबको नहीं पता रहता. बट ठीक है, 1√3 से भी if you can reach 2√3 here, then AT square has to be AC square plus CT square. Now AT square has to be, AC square is 12, CT square is 1. So AT is equal to √13. Yo, इसके अंदर बस अपनी तरफ से एक्स्ट्रा कंस्ट्रक्शन, वेदर यू मेक इट ऑन दिस साइड, वेदर यू मेक इट ऑन दैट साइड, किसी भी साइड बनाओ, वंस यू मेक द कंस्ट्रक्शन, थिंग्स आर सिंपलर टू मैनेज. यो, okay. Annu, Vinnu, and Mannu can complete a work alone in 15 days, 12 days, and 20 days. Right off the top of our head. Okay, total work 60. Anu works at the rate of 4. Vinu works at the rate of 5. And Manu works at the rate of 3. Vinu works every day. Okay, works every day. Anu works only on alternate days starting from the first day. So on the first day, 5 plus 4 is happening. And Manu works only on alternate days starting from the second days. So on oddeth day, 5 plus 4 is happening. On eveneth day, only Manu and Vinu are working. So 5 plus 3. On oddeth day, rate of doing work is 9. On eveneth day, rate of doing work is 8. So in one cycle of 2 days, 17 units of work gets done. Then the number of days needed to complete the work is, in one cycle of 2 days, 17 units of work is done. Total work was 60. 60 by 17 gives me 3 cycles complete. 3 cycles done. So far in 6 days, 51 units would have been done. In 6 days, 51 units would have been done. If in 6 days, 51 units would have been done, next day, who comes to work? It is Anu and Vinu. So 9 units of work that is left, they would do it in one more day. Or total 60 units of work would be done in 7 days. Answer option C would work. Yo. Okay. Question 18. If 5 minus something something log बहुत सारी चीजें. अच्छा. Then 100x equals. Fun. सब कुछ log के terms में. This is a constant. We know how to turn a constant into a logarithm. We simply write log of 10 raised to the power 5 to the base 10 minus log of 1 plus x raised to the power minus half, or log of 1 plus x raised to the power half plus log of 1 minus x. 4 comes here, under root was there, ये मिलजुल के square हो गया. This is equal to log of 1 by 1 minus x and 1 plus x raised to the power half, raised to the power half. See, if terms are in log, it is not advisable to have square root sign. Power में half लिख लो चलेगा, because then comparison across sides and everything is easier to do. Of course, I've also gone ahead and simplified 1 minus x square into 1 minus x and 1 plus x here. अच्छा. 3 terms in log, plus minus is separated, कोई दिक्कत ही नहीं. We get 10 raised to the power 5 into, चाहिए तो नीचे चला जाएगा, 1 plus x raised to the power half into 1 minus x raised to the power 2. Log of this is equal to log of 1 by 1 minus x raised to the power half 1 plus x raised to the power half. टेक्निकली लॉग लॉग कैंसिल नहीं होता है, एंटी लॉग लिया जाता है और फिर इक्वेट किया जाता है, बट फंक्शनली लॉग लॉग कैंसिल. दोनों तरफ सिर्फ लॉग टर्म्स हो तब, बीच में कुछ कांस्टेंट होती है, लॉग लॉग कैंसिल नहीं होता. Now, hopefully you can see denominator में 1 plus x raised to the power half also gets cancelled. And now we are left with 10 raised to the power 5 into 1 minus x raised to the power 2.5 is equal to 1. Or 1 minus x raised to the power 2.5 is equal to 1 by 10 raised to the power 5. Cancel, 2, which gives me 1 minus x is equal to 1 by 100, which gives me x is equal to 99 by 100, or 100x is equal to मस्त 99. यो, यहाँ पे विलिंगनेस टू एंगेज की बात है, ये देख के थोड़ा स्केरी लगता है. सेकेंड थिंग, आवर्स को अगर ऐसे लिखो, हाफ हाफ करके लिखो, इट इज इजियर टू व्यू. अदरवाइज इट रिमेन्स वेरी वेरी वियर्ड टू सी. यो, okay. Amar, Akbar, Anthony are working on a project. Working together, Amar and Akbar can complete the project in 1 year. Akbar and Anthony can complete in 16 months. Anthony and Amar can complete in 2 years. If the person who is neither the fastest nor the slowest works alone, the time in months he will take to complete the project is. Okay. Amar and Akbar take 12 months. And Akbar and Anthony take 16 months. And Anthony and Amar take 24 months. These are data points for their times taken. So if I take my total work as 48, efficiency data for the same groupings would be Amar plus Akbar adds up to 4. Here it would be 3 and here it would be 2. So can you see efficiency wise, Amar plus Akbar plus Anthony plus Amar is equal to 9, their combined efficiency. Or 2 times of Amar, Akbar and Anthony is 9, or Amar plus Akbar plus Anthony is 4.5. Once you reach this, that their cumulative efficiency, all three of them together have an efficiency of 4.5. See, from this group, who is missing? Amar, Akbar. Anthony is missing, and his efficiency should be 0.5. From this group, who is missing? Amar is missing, and his efficiency should be 1.5. From this group, Akbar is missing, and his efficiency should be 2.5, because the total is supposed to be 4.5. 4.5 में से क्या गायब किया? Anthony गायब किया, इसलिए 0.5. Now, the question asks me, if the person who is neither the fastest nor the slowest works alone, the time in months he will take to complete the project. 1.5 के रेट से काम होगा. Total work is 48. So 48 divided by 1.5, or 48 into 2 divided by 3 is equal to 32. Answer to the question should be 32. Yo. Okay. Next question. The number of integers n that satisfy the inequalities n minus 60 mod is less than n minus 100 mod is less than n minus 20 mod. Okay. We can do it graphically. We can do it equation wise. I prefer doing it graphically. Hopefully you can see. I have one root at 100. It goes like this. This is the graph that gets created. The other root is at 60. And it goes like this. Because they are coming together, they're coming towards each other at the rate of 1 and 1. Can I say their intersection point will necessarily be 80? For these two expressions, we have made our diagram. It will necessarily be 80. Now, for n equal to 20 or root 20, the graph that gets created will be something like this. The point where the black graph, let me mark it in the question. This is the red one. This is the black one. And this is the blue one. The point where the blue and the black one coincide is this point, 20 and 100. They are going to coincide at x equal to 60 itself. Now the portion that is useful for us. See, red one is supposed to be less than the black one. So the portion that is useful for us is this part. This part. Prior to 80, whatever exists is useful for us if we are only looking at the first two expressions. Now, 1 minute. If I'm looking at only n minus 100 is less than n minus 20, see, n minus 100 and n minus 20, the portion that is useful for us is this part. Everything after 60 is useful. Everything prior to 80 is useful, which means the acceptable range will be 61 to 79. We are only looking at integers. 60 doesn't work. They are equal at 60. They are equal at 80. The only acceptable range is 61 to 79. So answer will be option A. Again, you don't need to use graphs for this. This can be solved without the aid of graphs as well. And I will do that now. And the process remains pretty much the same. इन दोनों के लिए काम देखना है. N minus 60 has to be less than n minus 100. So n minus 60 is less than n minus 100. ये काम चलेगा क्या? Can both of them be positive? If both of them were positive, would it work out? No. That is impossible, which means one of them is negative, one of them is positive. If one of them is negative and one of them is positive, can you see the value has to lie in the range 60 to 100? N has to lie in the range 60 to 100. If n has to lie in the range 60 to 100, can you see it will be n minus 60 is less than 100. Sorry, not. It would be n minus 100 का नेगेटिव, हाँ 100 माइनस n ही हो जाएगा. 100 minus n, or 2n is less than 160, or n is less than 80. We have identified one limit. Now, reasoning wise कैच करेंगे आखिरी दो को, इसको देखेंगे. Can both the mod terms give us positive result here? Can both the mod terms give us positive result here? Can I have n minus 100 is less than n minus 20? Can I have n minus 100 less than n minus 20? Of course. This makes the most sense. This makes the most sense. No? अच्छा, यहाँ देखिएगा इस पे क्या हालत आएगी. This is true. I don't really need to care for anything else. ये तो सीधा ही हो गया. -100 is less than -20. This is true. This doesn't really give me a limit for n at all. So I would have to turn it around. I would have to turn it around and look for a value. Look for a value. Limit खोजने के लिए, from where it starts happening, limit खोजने के लिए, I would need to take a value between 20 and 100, so that this remains positive, this turns negative. So now I'd have 100 minus n is less than n minus, ये 160 होगा. हाँ, राइटिंग में छूट गया होगा भाई. n minus 20, this goes here, this goes here. 2n is greater than 120 and n is greater than 60. Now that we have identified our two limits for n, the range would be 61 to 79, and still we will reach 90. Now on the face of it, this equation based way will look simpler. This is simpler, no, rather than the graph one. This is simpler because there is no way to answer those questions. n minus 60 और n minus 100 में कब रिलेशनशिप, इसको मेरे को पलटना पड़ेगा कि नहीं, मेरे को n का वैल्यू यहाँ पे देखना पड़ेगा कि नहीं. When you are making a graph, none of those constraints exist. सीधा सीधा डायग्राम बनाइए, काम खत्म. आपने एक बार डायग्राम बना दिया, उसके बाद आपको और कुछ सोचने की जरूरत नहीं है. यू नो द पॉइंट्स दैट यू आर कंसिडरिंग, खट 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 दिख जाता है. बट व्हेन यू आर मेकिंग दिस, अब n की वैल्यू मेरे को 100 और 20 के बीच में लेनी पड़ेगी, n की वैल्यू मेरे को 60 और 100 के बीच में लेनी पड़ेगी. These are constraints that you cannot really affect in terms of equations. तो वो अलग से रीजनिंग चलानी पड़ती है, फिर ये करना पड़ता है. यू कैन चूज टू सॉल्व इट बाय ग्राफ. आई एम नॉट रिकमेंडिंग वन वे इज बेटर देन द अदर. हम बस बता रहे हैं मेरे को ग्राफ वाला तरीका क्यों पसंद है, बिकॉज एज सून एज अ ग्राफ इज इन्वॉल्व, everything else is taken care of. फिर मेरे को कुछ और सोचना नहीं पड़ता. The potential challenge in graph making is of course graph making itself. Additionally, अभी तक जब हमने ग्राफ बनाया तो I had the facility of using multiple colors. ये ब्लू वाली लाइन इसकी, ये रेड वाली लाइन इसकी, वो ब्लैक वाली लाइन इसकी. जब कॉपी पे बना रहे होंगे एक ही कलर का पेन रहेगा. When you're solving it in the exam, you would have just one single color pen, which would make the labeling that you engage in. ये 100 के रूट वाला काम है, ये 60 के रूट वाला काम है, ये 20 के रूट वाला काम है. द लेबलिंग दैट यू एंगेज इन, इफ यू डू इट अप्रोप्रिएटली, तो ग्राफ बनाने में it would be slightly more manageable. That is all that I can say there. Yo, let's move. May I move to the next question, people? Okay. Next. 1 minute. I have to do some magic. Yo. You can hopefully appreciate. Anil invests some money at a fixed rate of interest compounded annually. If the interest, you people Oh, you can't see the magic. Wait. Can you see? Can you see the magic? Calculator, I just enabled the calculator. Nothing more. Okay. Anil invests some money at a fixed rate of interest, compounded annually. If the interest accrued during the second and the third year are 806.25 and 866.72 respectively, the interest accrued in INR during the fourth year is nearest to. अच्छा ये बताओ, why is there a difference between the interest accrued in second year and third year under compound interest? Why is there a difference in the interest accrued in second year and third year of compound interest? It is on account of interest on interest. It is on account of interest on interest. प्रिंसिपल पे तो जो इंटरेस्ट मिलता मिल ही रहा है, उसके बाद जो इंटरेस्ट अक्यूमुलेट हो गया था उस पे भी इंटरेस्ट मिल रहा है, तो इंटरेस्ट ऑन इंटरेस्ट ही चल रहा है. एडिशनली, डू वी रिमेंबर आवर इनसाइट? Simple interest is like an AP, compound interest is like a GP. Our second term is 806.25 and the third term is 866.72. If I need the fourth term, can we see we simply need the next term of this GP, which will be obtained by 866.72 into 866.72 divided by 806.25, which is equal to 931.725 something something. Now among the available options, we mark option A and we move on. ये जीपी वाली इनसाइट से फटाक से हो जाता है. जितना भी इंटरेस्ट मेरे को नेक्स्ट ईयर भी मेरे को 806.25 मिलना था, इसका ब्रेकअप करो. 866.72. I should have received 806.25 plus the interest on whatever X% interest on 806.25, which means 806.25 has been multiplied by some constant to arrive at 866.72. It has been multiplied by some constant to arrive at 866.72. अगर एक कांस्टेंट से मल्टीप्लाई करके अगली चीज पे आए हैं, अगर मेरे को नेक्स्ट टर्म चाहिए, फिर से उसी कांस्टेंट से मल्टीप्लाई करना होगा. I can figure out the value of that constant as 866.72 by 806.25. यहाँ पे इंटरेस्ट रेट निकालने मत लग जाना. Please don't calculate the interest rate. From what I can recall, people had, किसी ने इंटरेस्ट रेट कैलकुलेट करके 7.5% निकाला था? किसी ने इंटरेस्ट रेट कैलकुलेट करके 7.5% निकाला था? बहुत अच्छी बात है. जरूरत नहीं थी. It wasn't really needed because let's say the interest rate was 10%. Then you are multiplying the interest, whatever interest amount you're getting, with 1.1. If your interest rate was 7%, then you're multiplying it with 1.07. Whatever your number you're multiplying it with in order to move from second year to third year compound interest, that is the same number that you're multiplying it with in order to move from third year to the fourth year. So that now 866 by, this is the common ratio that you have to worry about. सीधा सीधा next year का number आ जाता है. Yo, let's go back to our non-magical state. Okay. Let's move forward. Last question now. The natural numbers are divided into groups as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, blah, 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 and so on. The sum of the numbers in the 15th group is equal to. Again, nobody expects you to know about the 15th group directly. You're expected to make observations about smaller groups and then work your way forward. The first group ends at 1. The second group ends at 4. The third group ends at 9. So the 15th group should be ending at 225 or the square term. the 15th group should be ending at 225. Now I'm also concerned with यार शुरू कहां से होगा? Starts at 2, starts at 5, इनके बीच नहीं दिख पाएगा, but can you see previous bracket जहां से खत्म है उसका next number आना है. If the 15th group is ending at 225, the 14th group should be ending at 196. The 14th group should be ending at 196. So the first term of the 15th group will be 197. So now I have to simply figure out how many terms are here. 197 to 225. There are going to be 29 terms. Middle term will be given by 197 plus 225 divided by 2. Or how much do I get now? 29 into 225 प्लस ये तो पहले 3 दे दो, 222 प्लस 200 तो 422 by 2, which is 29 into 211. At this time, I know whatever product I have, the unit digit is going to be 9. So it should, of course, be C. Otherwise, if we want to engage in precise calculation, it will be like this. 29 to 319. So we get 6119. Proper calculation करके भी आ सकता है. But the fact that unit digit is 9 only in one option, that also enables us to reach 6119. Yo. अब इसके अंदर से फॉरगेट सॉल्व तो हो गया, सॉल्विंग इज नॉट रियली. ये सवाल फंसने का स्कोप है, एक सवाल फंसने का स्कोप है, दूसरा सवाल फंसने का स्कोप है, नॉट रियली. तीसरा सवाल फंसने का स्कोप है, नॉट रियली, नॉट रियली. चौथा सवाल फंसने का स्कोप है, इसको भी गिन लिया 5. पीएनसी है 6. 7. 8. ना ये भी टफ थोड़ी है. ओके, आई एम सेइंग, आई एम मेकिंग एन ऑब्जर्वेशन एंड दिस इज लाइक द मोस्ट बेसिक लेवल प्रेप. हम बहुत सारे सवाल ऐसे हैं जो सिंपल हैं लेकिन हमने लाइट लिए हुए. हम बोल रहे हैं 14 questions out of 22, 14 questions out of 22 were definitely solvable even if you have certain disaffinity. अच्छा, इसमें भी हम डिस्काउंट लेते हैं. यार 12 क्वेश्चन आउट ऑफ 22 तो हो ही रहते ना. 12 क्वेश्चन आउट ऑफ 22 तो रेंज में थे. 12 क्वेश्चनों की तो दिक्कत नहीं होनी थी. अब पंगा यही रहता है, ये इसमें भी है किसी भी पेपर में. 12 क्वेश्चन हो रहे थे बट दैट डजंट ट्रांसलेट इनटू हमसे 12 हुए थे. इसलिए बिकॉज मान लो अगर हमसे सवाल नहीं होता है तो हम घुस पड़ते हैं, नहीं अभी हम तो देखेंगे इसके अंदर, नहीं ये वाले के अंदर क्या कहानी चल रही है, वो वाले के अंदर क्या कहानी चल रही है. ऑल सॉर्ट्स ऑफ फनी थिंग्स वी एंगेज इन ड्यूरिंग द कोर्स ऑफ द टेस्ट. प्लीज क्वेश्चंस दैट यू आर इवन अ लिटिल बिट हेजिटेंट अबाउट, फट से भाग जाओ. After you have seen everything else, then come back to it, devote as much time and energy you want to. But during the course of the test, please do not spend more than a minute on a question before either reaching the answer or giving up on it. कि भाई नहीं हो रहा अभी, ये बाद में देखी जाएगी, अभी नहीं पकड़ रहा है. That will be all for today's class. Have fun. Go sleep. Okay, bye.